Here we are in Aruba. This is our second day of diving on this trip, and we're about to go down to the SS Antilla. The ship was scuttled in 1940 off the coast by its crew. I would suggest looking it up on Wikipedia if you want to know more about it. The yellow line you see here is the tow line from the back of the dive boat. When you jump off the back, you're supposed to grab onto the tow line and wait till the rest of the divers have gotten into the water so we can start our descent. And here you see us descending. The wreck's about 40 feet deep at its shallow side and 62 feet at its deep side. You can see this large school of playful brown chromis that are interested in our dive group during our descent. And now we're passing from the bow of the ship to the stern. And one of the things I love about this wreck is the haunting atmosphere as you go through this section. It looks like the bones and ribs of a giant beast. Or in this case, the ship. As you saw just a moment ago, the color and focal differences between the two videos, I was using two different cameras to take the footage. I did what I could to match the color between the two, but it's not something that's very easy to do. This is the second time that I've dove at this wreck. The first time that I dove it was my actually first open water ocean dive that I'd ever done. It was about 6 years ago. I have almost 100 dives since then, and most of it in the Caribbean. And I still think this is one of the most amazing wrecks I've ever been to, and I look forward to going back to it again in the future. Diving in a big group like this from the boat has its advantages and disadvantages. Having the boat means you get to go to more places than a shore dive where you normally just walk into the water. But it also means you have other people in almost every shot if you're not very careful, or if the dive guide is making you all stay close together. I like this shot, even though it's not the most clear, just to show the variety of sea life that you can see in any one spot during this dive. And here we have a trumpet fish. They come in all sorts of colors, in blues, silvers, browns. I think I've seen purples, and of course the bright yellow ones. They're very beautiful to watch. And this is a queen triggerfish. They're not the most common fish to see, so it's always exciting to get a close-up view like we get with this one. There's a little fuzzy from all the silt being kicked up by the other divers. I have no clue what this part of the ship was, but I thought it had a really neat, almost sci-fi look to it. And here we had a great encounter with a southern stingray that's eating something off the top of this rock. It was slow enough that I was able to follow it for a while, and these are always a treasure to see. The yellow and blue fish you see there in the shot is a Spanish hogfish, and the yellow and silver larger ones are yellowtail snappers. It's amazing how they glide just over the surface. If you look closely at the center left of the screen, you can see a small frogfish. In the top center, you can see a large frogfish. They're hard to spot, so if you missed any of them, I'll have a picture at the end of the video. And here we are during our ascent back to the boat. The school of brown chromis were even more inquisitive on the way up. Here's my favorite fish. Absolute best dive partner you could ask for. And that's the end of this dive. We'll have another one coming up real soon.